My very special guest on Coast this morning is a gentleman who came out from India a few years ago, Ankit Parashar. Have I got that right,
Yeah,
Ankit?
that's correct. Yeah.
How long have you been in New Zealand?
Well, I've been here. This is my third year.
Right.
I came here to study filmmaking and drama direction, and my passion have always been inclining towards writing scripts and stories. After coming here and after completing my course, I did a small gig in a reality show called Arranged
Right.
that came on TV3, and I acted on that reality show, and it was really fun. It was it was what I really wanted to. I was seeing my passion turn into reality. Somewhere.
Right.
And
You worked in Bollywood.
yeah, and not like the mainstream as such, but yeah, I've been in the background writing this dialogue scripts and stuff like that. I've done
Wow.
a lot of theatre as well.
So you've moved from Auckland to Tauranga, and well, for the past 7 years, even before you came to New Zealand, you've been involved with a book called Numerical Enigma. Now, this is based on a true story about you finding a letter, I believe, that was written by Albert Einstein years ago. Is this true? How did this come about?
So I was always interested about the concept of time travel and about the idea of parallel universe and mysterious forces,
Yeah.
which are actually governing this universe. And I was always interested in reading books about those things and stuff. And I went on a school picnic. I was very like school or college. I was in college that time.
Yeah.
So we went for a picnic, and there was this library, and I found a book by John D. Barrow, and he's basically a professor of physics and mathematics, and he has written this book called Constants of Nature, and that book was basically something that I picked up, and I just started reading it, and immediately, like there was, as I was flipping through the pages, I found this letter written by Albert Einstein to Elsa Rosenthal.
Wow.
And that letter instantly grabbed my attention because it said something really mysterious and really mind-blowing. The letter said that there is like a force like electromagnetism and gravity, which which exists right now,
Yes.
even when we are talking. And he said that there's a similar force, and that force is right now between you and me as well. It's mysterious. It's really it's something that scientists have been trying to find out for years and years.
Yes.
And immediately when I read that letter, I that idea grabbed my attention.
And sowed the seed.
And
Yeah.
what he actually mentioned was the fact that like every force has a constant. Like this particular force, it has it has a constant which is without dimension. For example, when we say that 20 meters per second, so we are adding a dimension like meters, length,
Yes.
length, time, or mass. Those are dimensions that we attach to numbers. And so in that letter he said that there is a force which is dimensionless. It's just a number like 7 or
Wow.
like 22.
Wow.
So it's represented only by a number. So yeah, so
So
that's
that letter spurred you on to writing this book, and as I said, it took you 7 years to write and publish, called Numerical Enigma. So what's the book about?
The book is about the fact that there is a lot of development that is taking place today in the field of information and technology,
Yes.
and people are trying to develop something called a quantum computer.
Mm-hmm.
And the book is about a theoretical idea or a theoretical blueprint that can actually help in the invention of a quantum computer. I mean, it's basically an idea, and like there are scientists that have written science fiction before, and their ideas have come true in the future. Like
Yes.
they have written it as a science fiction.
That's right. We've
And-
seen movies about things
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, absolutely.
One of them is Carl Sagan. I think he wrote a book called Contact, and some of his predictions in the book came true. And
Okay.
I'm hoping something like that might happen.
So, Numerical Enigma, I mean, we won't get into too much detail
Yeah.
about it. It's a fascinating book. It's a big book. I can see why it took you 7 years to write.
Yeah.
But how do people get their hands on it? How would people buy a copy?
So right now it's like it's basically I'm publishing it by myself.
Right.
And like there are a few companies who want to make it as a marketing tool. big companies. I don't want to.
So
nothing is official yet, so I
Right.
don't want to mention any particular names.
but the reaction's been pretty good to the book.
Yes, the reactions have been really, encouraging, and
I know that a friend of mine saw you at Raft Cafe one Sunday selling the book. So basically, you've just got to pop up at a cafe, you'll be selling the book. Is that right?
I like the idea of surprises. I'm an entertainer basically. I try to balance my life as a scientist and as an entertainer. So I like surprising people. I like giving them that that ability to get something unexpectedly, something good. So I just go to cafes sometimes and just sit with my book and do a book signing kind of thing.
Fantastic.
And it's just been really encouraging and really nice to see people.
Well, good luck. I mean, we can get into a lot of detail. We won't do that. But just the book is Numerical Enigma by Ankit Parashar. If you're interested, Ankit could just pop up anywhere and you can get your hands on the book. Ankit, thank you. Nice to chat.
Yeah, thank you so much. There's a Facebook page
Okay.
that I actually just recently have created. It's NE Rash. Rash is as in like my nickname.
Right.
So it's NE Rash, and if people are interested, they can also send me a message on that page, Facebook page, and yep. So soon I'll be published. You'll find it in the bookstores as well, and we can
Great.
pop up in any of the cafes and in Tauranga.
Watch this space. Ankit, thank you.
Yeah.